So, I mean, there goes that strategy. So I don't know what else the fuck they have. I really don't.
There's also other countries about.
Hold on. Liberated, I would just recommend, like once you see, like, who this, like, what individuals are part of this group or part of that kind of side of TikTok, I would just stick to your lives, have it where people come up and you have these conversations. I wouldn't recommend, like, joining their little lives and things like that.
Oh, yeah, hell no. I stopped, because I started doing these lives 7 days ago, right? But before that, for a few weeks, I've had TikTok for 6 years. I've never came onto the live thing until 4 weeks ago. So yeah, 3 weeks prior, I was just joining panels and kind of just seeing how TikTok live worked and meeting people and making connections and this and that. But yeah, no, the days of me like really panel hopping, those are fucking over. I'm only focused on over here, and I always tell people. I told that fucking guy that okay, this morning after I got off my live, I was like, let me go do a debate somewhere else, right? So I discovered that what the fuck, that Adam He-Man guy.
Oh god,
he's
a fucking total dick.
Okay, so this is what happened. I go up on panel. There's someone down in the box named Echo who says they're a woman, looks like a straight fucking man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Echo's one of the ones that targets me the most. Like he targeted me. He records all my lives and puts them on his YouTube. He's quite any photo that he's gotten of me, he's blown up, made look as ugly as possible, put on the backdrop, he's trying to get me found, he constantly holds panels against me. He puts my photo up and pretends that I'm a trans woman and like, oh, can you tell that this is a woman or a trans woman, or what are you gonna do if this person's in your bathroom? He very much so targets me, and he doxes people. He doxed like a 18-year-old boy on this app and his whole entire family, so including his minor siblings. Yes, he had his mother's whole LinkedIn page with all her business information, address, everything. And people tolerate him, even on our side. Like, people will actually hang out with him. Like, I don't understand why either. Like, he's an absolute dangerous.
What's really weird is he's got my information. Like, someone tried to dox me on Reddit, and he removed it. He's a moderator, and then he's got my information.
He tries to pretend he's fair, but he's not. He tries to pretend.
Well, let me tell you what happened when I went up there. So, first of all, I noticed that Adam dude's hair, stupidest haircut I've ever seen. He needs to win the award for that. And then my next thought was, why the put a fucking shirt on, bro? Like, what are you doing?
He never wears a shirt.
And I'm like, dude, you're not as buff as you think you are, okay? But okay, furthermore, all of a sudden, Echo, like, I couldn't even say anything because Echo just started being a weirdo, and I was like, dude, honestly. Yeah, you're so convincing. You're such a woman. I could really fucking tell. I said, anyways, Echo, I'm talking to the host. Shut the fuck up. And so then he started doing like the little crying, like, mocking this and that. And I'm like, honestly, Echo, I can just look at you and I can tell that if the FBI raided your fucking hard drive on your computer, you'd be in prison for the rest of your fucking life. I already know what kind of piece of shit you are. I can already tell the disgusting, devious shit that you probably have on your fucking computer. And I'm talking about
he's been caught with CP menus, bro.
CP.
Yes. He's been caught with having CP menus on his computer.
See, that's what I'm saying. But guess what? I had no idea who this man was. I met him for maybe 1 minute, and I already could tell, and that's why I told him, I already know. You better hope the FBI never has to raid your fucking hard drive because your ass is going to be in a men's prison. Anyways, and I said,
to be a GC,
so do you want to have a debate or not? And I said this to the host. He said, yeah, no, we can, this and that. And then all of a sudden, Echo jumps in, and I'm like, wait a minute, no. We're not doing this 2-on-1 thing. You guys are both grown-ass men. I am one woman. So you pick, one of you pick who you want to, like, which one of you want to debate me. I'm not gonna debate two grown-ass men at the same time that have fucked up illusions. Anyways, and what happened? He's like, so the host goes, which is that fucking shirtless, fucking weird haircut idiot. Okay, so he's like, He's like, okay, liberated, let's go, just me and you. And then as soon as he says that, and I go to say so, he mutes my mic. And I said, you know what? I unmuted. I'm like, I'm not playing.
Oh, she got a phone call. Thank you.
So Adam He-Man used to be really big on like protecting women. He might. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he might be doing what Kamikaze. Yeah. So you might be doing that because what Karma does is he'll decide like, oh, one day I'm going to be for abortion, next day I'm going to be against it, and he basically goes up there and throws gang signs, like with his fingers, which is weird, and tries to farm TikTok gifts.
Yeah, I can't stand people like that. Yeah, Adam used to be a big GC, and then he started turning against, like, him and Shanta were like big friends, and then Shanta like had fallen out with everybody back in the day, like a long time ago, right? Even Envy, and then Adam let Ham Sandwich up on his panel, and Ham Sandwich was like talking about he wanted to grape kids and shit, like fucked up shit, was like telling these women that. So Adam and Shanta fell out, and then Adam was he talks major shit about Christy and like all kind of just crazy shit. He just like went nuts, and like, I'm sorry, you're not going to talk about Christy like that at all. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Does what's her name, Duchess, still go and be mod for him?
Well, fuck yeah, they're like joined at the fucking hip, dude. It's weird. Like, I used to get along with them, and now I fucking don't. I went off on them like last time when they were trying to talk shit about Christy, like some absolute bullshit. And I was like, fuck that. So I got dropped from that panel, and I'm never going back.
I was talking shit about him a long time ago for stuff I did not have any proof for on, I think it was Muppets Live.
Yeah.
He called me out for that shit, and I publicly apologized. I was like, you know what? He's like, well, we were best friends, and you just hurt me so much, man. It's like, what the fuck I am? I'm some guy you see on TikTok every once in a while. But that's all best friend bullshit. Like, I don't think I could ever trust to be around you anymore, man. It's like, okay.
That's a pussy.
Hey, can you guys hear me? I switched to the tiny microphone.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We couldn't hear you before.
So I got off the panel. I said, I'm not doing this shit here. So I messaged him and I said, come have a 1v1 with me. No mods, no mute buttons. He goes, possibly. I said, why possibly? I said, you're a grown man. You don't need any co-signers. Neither do I. That's the problem. People are afraid of 1v1 debates with no mods, no echo chambers. I said, anyways, the offer stands. And he just left me on red. It's like, exactly, you little fucking bitch. And then you want to act like you're so big and bad and this and that, and you're so this and that. It's like, dude, I've only been on this 7 fucking days, and I already have 1/4 of the followers that you have, and you've been on here for how long, you fucking weird haircut motherfucker? Oh, my God.
Yeah, nobody likes him anymore, so he's out. Excommunicated.
The other terms I think the host should know about. So, liberated, I think there's other terms you need to know about. You need to know about GAC, which is gender affirming care, which people will throw that term around. TERF for trans exclusionary radical feminist. AGP for autogynephilia. And
oh fuck.
Hold on, there's AAP for androphilia.
Androphilia.
God, holy crap, you guys. Yeah, no, I don't know the damn abbreviation.
Lingo.
So TERF is trans exclusionary radical feminist,
which I am not, because I'm not a feminist.
People who stick up for
which
women.
I would say I am.
Not
like, I'm more that than like gender critical, because gender critical is kind of a weak term in my opinion, because it's just like saying I'm critical of this ideology, but I'm absolutely 100% against it. There's not one.
Well, wouldn't I be an abolitionist at that point then? Because that's what I am. I reject the entire trans idea.
Well, you don't want to.
Gender abolitionist doesn't mean that. Gender abolitionist means that you don't value gender roles at all or stereotypes at all, or like you
or
think that
gender
the whole
in general.
should be, like everyone should be gender neutral and everything should be gender neutral, which I don't.
What the hell am I then?
I would say a gender realist.
You don't have to have a label. You don't have to have a label.
I say a gender realist. That's what Audrey, I think, says. She says we're gender realists because we like believe in reality and like the actual, like what gender actually means.
I'm called sex realist.
Sex realist, yeah. But then they're so different. I just say GCs just because it's just easier, because that's what everybody knows, you know. But I would say I'm more of a gender realist. Not fucking delusional.
I think, like, just fucking normal. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We're normies. We're normies. Like, holy shit. Well, you know, in AA and NA, that's what they call people with no addiction issues, normies.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know, this is not my real picture. This is of a person that also
I figured.
hang around. Well, you ever heard of a guy named Stone?
No.
He goes by MM.
That sounds familiar. What does he? What debates does he do? Like political?
He sticks around the abortion debates, usually around Malistal and all them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about then. Yeah.
Yeah, he sticks around big dog debates and all that. Those people. But yeah, he likes to go shirtless, and so because he refuses to put a shirt on, just like Adam and He-Man, I took a snapshot, cut off the head, and just used that as the profile picture. At least I'm hoping to be in a live with him one day, just so he'd be like, "Hey man, look familiar."
Now, are you pro-life or are you pro-choice?
I'm agnostic.
Oh, okay.
And my positions, I believe that both are immoral. Like both positions are immoral, and it would be hypocritical of me to take either position. So I take the agnostic position.
Okay. I guess I could see that.
Yeah, but you're kind of
So you're middle dicking.
Yeah, well,
you can't really,
here's the reason why.
It's like saying I'm agnostic on child trafficking. Like you can't. There's no agnostic on that. You're not against it.
Well, here's the thing: you can have a moral view on the thing, but not enact your morals upon others. And it's one of those things where I find it immoral, abortion immoral, but I would be hypocritical if I did any legislation because the cobalt that is mined for the lithium batteries that are in all of our cell phones literally comes from child slavery. And I refuse to give up my cell phone to stand on a moral high ground. And so until I'm basically a Amish person, I cannot in good faith make any type of legislation that I'm unwilling to follow through with my own actions.
Oh, is that David in the comments? Is that the David that like sounds like a trans man? He's super annoying. He's like a Phil Bro wannabe.
What's a Phil Bro? I keep hearing that too.
That's not him. I don't think.
People
it's the one that come here with the
philosophy. What do you mean by this? Well, according to this philosophy and this, you're making this fallacy right now. And
oh God, those are the worst people that come up here. I had one of those fucks earlier, and he every question I had, he answered it with a question.
Yeah.
And we were talking about biology. And finally I said, look, stop fucking around here and quit acting and quit playing stupid like you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, small gametes? Well, I mean, what this? I'm like, dude, shut the dude. That's why it's called a hard science. We don't have to do a deep dive. And I told him, I said, well, I'll give you a hint. Small gametes, you probably shot it inside of a toilet, on a napkin, on someone's stomach or back. Hello? Yeah.
Can we ask David to come up? I don't think it's the same David I'm talking about, but
I love that I know the term Phil Bro. Like I can't. Those people are so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I usually invite Pill Philosophy or Pill Cosby or whatever to come up to do those type of debate. Yeah, he's really good with those type of debates, and he can usually shut them down. But the thing is, if anyone interrupts him, he'll just kind of dip out. If anyone kind of interrupts the debate, so I like to try just let him finish it. And I'm like, please stay and finish the debate, because he'll just dip out if other people get in it. And I'm like, damn it, no.
Yeah, Divine Order is another GC that actually is a Phil Bro himself, and he likes my definition. In fact, Divine Order has agreed with my definition. He's like,
a great
that's
debater.
A solid definition. I know, it's great. I love him.
He does more of the AD debates. He is great. Yeah, he's just so because I can't stay calm a lot of times because it is a very emotional fucking argument for me and a lot of women. But I like that we have certain some men that can argue it from not an emotional standpoint, and I like to listen to them debate. So I'm gonna fucking crash out.
Does he have a black picture with a
cross?
With a cross and a DO?
Yes, that's.
Oh yeah, that's him. He's great.
I'll follow him. But it looks like he's talking a lot about schmortion.
Yeah.
He does that as well as trans women, and then there's another one called Meow Squatch or Meow Clinton that plays both sides. One day he'll be hardcore Democrat, the next day he'll be hardcore MAGA,
I can't deal with those kind of people, man. I just can't do that. Like, I debate, or I wouldn't even say I'm a debater. I just like, I argue this shit because it's something I fucking truly have I believe in, and like it's a major issue for me. But I can't just debate for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like for funsies, or like I can't debate like something I don't believe in, I guess you could say.
No, exactly. I'm never going to debate really anything other than this, because this is actually something that, like, I got a fire under my ass about, and I have for a really long time too. But I never like really thought about TikTok Live or anything like that. Like, I've always had it, but I never like thought about it or gave a shit.
You know, Echo was just in here, right? Echo is, I don't know if he still is.
Oh, hey, Lord. You know what? Here's the thing. That little fucking leprechaun of a man is not going to come up here. No, he reminds me of, like, what was that scary leprechaun movie, like, back in the 80s or 90s?
Oh, the
Leprechaun.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, because I've never watched the whole thing. I've just seen, like, you know, little clips and this and that. Like, literally, I'm like, bro, like, you look like just, like, this scary, creepy, like it reminds me of, like, you know, anybody's, like, short, fat, long-haired, creepy uncle that, like, is I don't know.
I actually had a good cover. Like, I have to say, like, I mean, I know that there's been some things that Echo's done, like, to other people that have been, like, you know, absolutely terrible, and then there's been something going down, and I don't agree with that, but I can be honest, Echo did not put my information out there. I thought he would have. He didn't. I expected it to be done, but he didn't do it, and we did have a good conversation. When I cammed up and was on his live, and we actually had a good conversation with a lot of the TRAs that I usually don't agree with, and even Goose was like, man, this humanizes her so much. So, like, I've actually had a better relationship with some of the TRAs that were there that night, and I can't hate on him for that at all. Like, but you know, I think I may just not be that big of a threat to them. That may be the reason why. I don't know.
Yeah, like, don't fall for it. They will turn on you in a dime. Like, and I think a lot of them try to bring you alongside. Like, Goose has tried that with me. I've talked to her off, like, the app, like, on Discord a little bit, especially when Brookie was targeting me so hard. And I talked to her a bit, and she tried to make it so that, you know, I would trust her. And these guys, I don't know how organized they are, but, you know, they're ex-military. Like, Echo is a ex-military, Brookie's ex-military.
Oh, really?
If you look at their pictures, they are terrifying men. Like, both of them, if you see the pictures of them when they were in the military, it was just like, oh my fucking God. Like, and these are the men, I don't know what they can do. I know Echo's got files on everyone, and he's got, like, this is his life, and he really believes in this, and he really believes that, like, we are scum of the earth, dangerous people that need to be stopped. So don't believe any kind of rapport that he tries to gain with you. Don't even fucking fall for it.
I want to be, honestly, I don't even want to be within like 100 feet of him on a TikTok Live. I don't even think he's allowed within 20 feet of a school in real life. Honest, that guy is so creepy to me. 1 minute with him, and I was like, oh God, like,
I gotta say, your instincts are perfect. Like, you have really good instincts, and they're like, all the red flags, all the feelings that you're getting, I 100% agree with you. I get that same vibe. I get that, just like that creepy basement dwelling, like, his hard drive is
basement.
Like, yeah, just what do people say, that he's like buried in Cheeto dust or something? I love that. But like, no, just he's a dangerous man, and he's obsessed, and these are a bad combination of things. So I would not trust him as far as I could throw him, and since he's 400 pounds, I can't even throw him at all.
Oh my God, yeah, no, that guy, let's just call him, you know what, Echo, your new name is going to be Uncle Creepy. I have decided to rename you Uncle Creepy, because that's exactly the 2 words that pop in my head when I see you. I think you're a weirdo and a shit stain on life so far. By the way, you guys, my voice doesn't usually sound like this. It's just from overuse, over talking, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't follow me, what the hell are you doing in life? Give me a follow, guys. I'm new on the scene. I'm fresh meat for these TRAs. Ugh, I'm making an absolute splash. I'm like the turd in their punch bowl, and I love it.
And you still sound like a woman.
Oh, I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I mean, what do you think, Shirtless? Do you think I sound like a trans woman or a woman?
I don't know what a woman sounds like because I use I use sight to be able to tell if somebody's a woman or not.
I know you're all about the eyes.
Yeah, right. You can tell when you're talking to a woman. You know you're talking to a woman. Part of our sex recognition instincts are hearing the voice.
I don't know. I've talked to a lot of very deep voice.
Shirtless,
females.
quit with the bullshit. You keep doing. Stop it. No. Stop acting like a voice recognition is not a thing. Come on.
I don't know. I've been
Anthony,
on
are you an
Omegle.
op? Anthony, are you an op?
I know. There's all the friendlies up here that I'm taking. I'm not taking any more friendlies up here.
Yeah,
I'm an op.
he says, "Can I join?" So I didn't know if he was an op or not. So you're kind of like a
Martha,
fake
let me make you a mod on this account as well, just for like, you know.
I don't necessarily
Also,
believe everything that you're saying. So
The new word, the new phrase of the day. When somebody's twisting your words, I've heard this from a person that was trying to debate earlier. You're using verbal jujitsu.
No, I call it mental jujitsu.
I heard somebody say that
Shirtless
earlier.
is giving me trust issues.
Trust issues.
Yeah,
You're giving me
it's
trust
men-
issues.
it's mental
Shirtless. Yeah,
jujitsu.
you are.
If you trusted me, that was your first mistake.
No, I didn't. I've been in here all day listening while I was at work, and I heard you say earlier, like, you know, it's all by sight. But I want to ask all the women in here, have any of you ever seen a masculine female that you didn't know was a female?
nope.
Never.
I have.
Not once in my life. I've seen very masculine females, but I know
here's the
they're
thing, my
female.
ex-husband was a bodybuilder, and I'd go to bodybuilding shows, and I mean, I could still always tell the difference between the male and female bodybuilders, even though these chicks were jacked up on testosterone, right? And even their voices sounded different. Yeah, I could still tell they were females. I mean, even when they had basically no tits because they had pecs now, right? I still knew.
Mm-hmm.
The
You need to go to other
extreme
countries.
ones, yeah.
Like, you just need to travel more. See, I've been out
Shirtless, just because you go to freaking Thailand and you're like with the fucking
Lady
what do you call
boys.
those T-girls, those lady boys? Yeah. He's like, you guys need to go to Thailand.
For Asians, the Asian body structure to be to look more feminine, I think it's a little bit easier. They are shorter, like in stature, and so I think it would be easier for Asian people to like try to mimic the opposite
Thank you
sex,
for the
I would
heart,
say.
man.
Just because of their stature and
And
Yeah,
the
that is
U.S. is a
interesting.
melting pot of multiple
Little boys were feminized as boys a lot of the time so that they could be trafficked into S work. So like whenever anybody like quotes like lady boys as some kind of legitimate like thing, is you're actually just like condoning like boys and men being feminized for S trafficking so that they can survive. Like it's absolutely fucking like heartbreakingly terrible.
saying you're not it's hard to
100%.
tell in other countries.
Mm.
I wouldn't say, I wouldn't think so, but they tell you themselves, even in like India, like in every country or in every continent, like where they have trans people, they have like a different name for them. They don't call them the same thing as women. Like where they have trans people, they have like a different name for them. They don't call them the same thing as women. Like where they don't trans people, who's echoing? They don't call them the same thing as women. Like where they don't trans people, who's echoing?
No, hold on, sorry. I'm trying to test out my microphone. No, hold on, sorry. I'm trying to test out my microphone.
Echo.
Okay. All right.
Is that better? Sorry.
No.
Wait, it's still echoing?
Yep. Wait.
All right, here, hold on. I'm gonna disconnect it.
Echo. Damn it! I never am able to say echo in time.
Is that better?
Echo.
Yeah.
Echo.
It's gone. Okay.
Anthony, do you think trans women are women?
No, and here's what I have to say.
Oh, wait,
If
how
you
old
look
are you?
at gender identity and
How old are you, babe? How old are you?
24. I'm 24.
Okay.
24, ex-military, and this is what I have to say. If you look at the Babylonian Talmud, right, that's the ancient Jewish doctrine, and you look at gender identity, it's been around for 2,000 years. The gender identity word was coined by a pedophile.
We can't say that. You gotta say P3. You gotta say P3.
P3, whatever the case happens to be. If you look at the degeneration of society and the overt schmexualization that's going on today, it's intentional. All of this going on is intentional.
Yeah, we agree.
There is a active degradation of society that's going on right now, and it's due to one specific culture, and it's been prevalent in that culture. There is.
Wait, are you seeing anti-Semitic stuff?
No, it's not anti-Semitic to say things that are true. I mean, if you look at the Talmud, it says that you are allowed to have sex schmex with a woman or a girl that's 3 years and 1 day. That's real. If you go look into it, go look at gender identity in the Talmud. It's real. It exists. It's not anti-Semitic to quote their doctrine. And I could drop the doctrine specifically. It's intentional. Look at the first transgender surgery ever performed.
Live take it. I understand that. I understand where it comes from, and I can agree with that. But I'm saying it can get to live. Like, they're very serious about that kind of stuff on the lives, and so just got to be really careful about what you say about that. Get the live taken down. I get what you're saying.
The first ever transgender surgery was performed in Germany, 1933. You could do your own research.
Wait a minute, isn't that what that movie, The Danish Girl, was about? Remember that movie, The Danish Girl?
You can. So I won't name drop the culture specifically, but if you look at the first reassignment surgery where it was performed in Germany, 1933. You look at the first transgender coalition, it's in Germany around the same time. I'm telling you that what's going on today in our society is the same thing that happened in the 1930s and 40s with a specific type of people. These people, they run everything. They bought TikTok. They own social media. And this is just shit that everybody has to be aware of. And if you look at just just Google gender identity and the Talmud. I won't even go any further than that into it. And then my other point, and this is from a scientific perspective, excluding what I've just been saying. If you believe in science and evolution, you have to believe in the idea that everything is born with the intent to survive or to procreate. That is innate nature, if you believe in science.
Thank you, Faye.
Right, and this is my point. It is impossible to procreate in a same-sex schmex relationship. It's impossible. There is only one type of evidence that exists of homosexuality in nature, and it is mammalian mounting, same-sex mounting. That's not sex. That's not procreation. It's not for pleasure. Same schmex mounting exists as a dominance perspective. There's no homosexuality that occurs naturally, and it's not true. Anybody that says that it's true is wrong. Same schmex mounting, that is one thing, but that's for dominance, not for pleasure, not for procreation. If you look in biology, there is no such thing as homosexuality in nature. And I think that's an extension to transgenderism. I think that a lot of people that have this sexual confusion or this sexual perversion are actual victims. And look at the statistics. Majority of the people that identify as a gender queer or just in that spectrum are victims of sexual repression or sexual trauma. It's not all of them. So I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, it's not, well, I didn't have anything happen to me. Majority of the time, look at the statistics. It's true. There is untreated sexual repression or trauma that occurs, and it extends into their late life. And it's just a de-escalation cycle of perversion. I mean, that's basically concludes what I have to say. But yeah, look up gender identity and the Talmud, or just look at the Talmud in general, and you guys will be surprised on what you read.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm reading about that person. I didn't know. It was a uterine transplant.
Yeah, his name was Lily Elby, and he unalived the table. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the United States, where there was a person, a psychiatrist that came up with the term. There was a set of twins. One was born with one was born intersex, and
John Money.
No. They weren't born intersex. What happened was like they had a botched circumcision, and it unfortunately like burnt off his private parts, and so
I've seen multiple accounts of that. That's the confusing part of it. Is I've seen one where it said intersex, one was a botched circumcision, but whatever the case happens to be, it's the point being is that the man that coined the term gender identity was a P3, and led that boy and his brother to kill himself due to
unalive.
Yeah. Or sorry, I apologize.
We love the TikTok shop, people. We love the TikTok shop. And guess what? If you don't follow me, what the hell are you doing with your life? Okay, continue. Bye.
That's all I have to say. Obviously, I'm not like in term with the lingo, but I appreciate giving me the time to speak. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll give you a follow.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's talking about John Money, who is the father of gender identity. They acted as if his experimentation on young boys was a success when it was actually a dismal failure. But that's the inversion of this ideology. Everything is opposite. Always opposite.
Yeah. And people like Alfred was it Kinsey or Kinsley? Like he, they did hideous, like the most horrifically P3 experiments on fucking infants. Like it's so sick, and like it surprises me how many people that are into this whole that are the ops, right? That have no idea, have never looked into where this ideology came from. Like, I'm sorry, if I'm going to be hands down doing some kind of ideology or part of this, I would think I would want to know everything about it before just joining it blindly, right?
Yeah, I've been down this rabbit hole for like 6 years, so I'm just like, this is sick. It's sick.
Hey, Crystal, remember when that guy... Yeah, remember when that guy debated you on my panel last week, and he literally brought up that guy you're talking about in his argument, and you were like, first of all, I don't think you even want to talk about that person.
It's like you don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
It was so gross.
Everybody should type into the YouTube browser Derek Jensen Queer Theory Jeopardy.
Derek Jensen?
Yeah, Derek Jensen, Queer Theory Jeopardy.
Okay.
Have a little listen to that.
Oh my God. How do we change course on this? This is just. And how is somebody on the fence about how is somebody gender critical and then they go to the other side or they're on the fence about it? I heard you talking about that earlier, Martha, and I'm like, what is that?
Well, what happens on TikTok, because like on other activist platforms or other platforms you can do activism on, it's more removed, but on TikTok, people make friends with trans-identified people on here. And like they infiltrate the panels and they're like, I'm one of the good ones. I don't use female spaces. I know I'm a male, blah, blah, blah. And then people start to soften their stance about the ideology because they become really good friends with people who are inside the cult. And so this causes them to start to think that it's necessary to do this to some people, and there just should be gatekeeping, and we should just be, we don't want to take away people's autonomy, and like it starts to sway them towards the ideology, and they also kind of just are immersed in the ideology all the time, which causes people to like be acclimatized to it, and it's like the terms and the insanity of it, they become immersed in that world, and it just gets really normalized for them, and so they start to like lose their outrage and lose their disgust response to the realities of this ideology, and it's just like a little bit like being a frog in boiling water, right? Like one day you're just cooked.
Yeah, can't even imagine that. Not for a million years. There's no way I will unalive on this hill.
For real, for real. Well, I think I'm gonna stop the live for now. I'm gonna go live later, but thank you guys for being up here. This was really good. I liked this conversation, right?